Life is a battlefield, but not in the way you might think. The fiercest battles we face don't come from external forces. They come from within. Doubt, fear, frustration, and despair often emerge uninvited, challenging our peace and resolve. How do you respond when life throws its unexpected challenges your way? Do you crumble under pressure, or do you rise above with an unshakable mindset? Now, imagine a life where no obstacle could break your spirit. A mindset so fortified that even in the face of adversity, you not only survive, but thrive. This is the power of Stoicism. It's not merely an ancient philosophy, but a practical framework for mastering life's most daunting trials. As we journey together, I will guide you through 7 transformative strategies grounded in Stoic principles. By the end of this exploration, you'll possess the tools to build a mental fortress, one that shields you from life's tempests and empowers you to flourish. Stay with me, for the most profound insight awaits at the conclusion. Let's begin with a fundamental truth. Your perception shapes your reality. 1. Embracing challenges as opportunities for growth. What if I told you that every hardship is a hidden gift, that every difficulty you encounter contains within it the seed of growth? It is not the events themselves, but our perception of them that determines their impact. The Stoics taught us this crucial truth. Obstacles are not roadblocks, but stepping stones. Consider this. When faced with a challenge, how often do we lament our misfortune? We ask, "Why me?" or "Why now?" But a Stoic mind reframes this. What can this teach me? Every obstacle is an opportunity to practice virtue. Patience, courage, and wisdom are forged in the fire of adversity. Without challenges, how would we refine our character? How would we grow? Let's take a simple example. Being stuck in traffic. Frustration builds and we feel our patience slipping. But what if you saw this as a test of your composure? Can you remain calm and present, focusing on what you can control? This minor inconvenience becomes an exercise in patience, a small victory in the daily battle for self-mastery. The same principle applies to larger trials, loss, failure, or fear. Each hardship asks, will you succumb to despair, or will you rise to the challenge? Remember, the goal of Stoicism is not to eliminate emotions, but to guide them. Anger, fear, and sadness are natural responses, but they need not dictate our actions. Instead, we can channel these emotions into purposeful responses that align with our higher values. This mindset shift requires deliberate practice. When adversity strikes, pause and ask yourself, what virtue can I cultivate in this moment? With time, this question becomes instinctive, transforming your approach to every challenge. But why is this shift so powerful? Because it liberates you from the victim mentality. It empowers you to take ownership of your experiences and see them as opportunities for growth. Life ceases to be something that happens to you and becomes a canvas upon which you paint your character. The Stoics remind us that every challenge is an invitation to grow stronger and wiser. Do you accept this invitation? If so, let us continue to build upon this foundation. In the next section, we'll explore a crucial Stoic principle, focusing on what you can control. This will further empower you to navigate life's uncertainties with grace and clarity. 2. The dichotomy of control. Focus on what you can influence. One of the greatest sources of human suffering is our tendency to worry about things beyond our control. We fret over the opinions of others, agonize about future uncertainties, and lament past mistakes. But the Stoics, with their timeless wisdom, offer a liberating insight. Peace comes from understanding what lies within your power and releasing your grip on what does not. Epictetus, a revered Stoic philosopher, articulated the dichotomy of control. Simply put, there are 2 categories in life: the things you can control and the things you cannot. Your thoughts, your actions, your choices, these are yours to command. But the behavior of others, the outcomes of events, and the ebb and flow of fortune are beyond your reach. Wasting energy on these externals only leads to frustration and helplessness. Ask yourself, how much time do you spend worrying about what others think? How often do you replay past mistakes, wishing you could change them? Recognize that this is energy spent in vain. The Stoics teach us to redirect our focus inward, to the realm where true power lies, our own minds. Consider a storm at sea. You cannot control the wind or the waves, but you can adjust your sails. Life's challenges are no different. When faced with uncertainty or misfortune, remind yourself, this is not within my control, but my responses. This simple yet profound shift frees you from the grip of anxiety and empowers you to act decisively where it matters. How do we practice this? Start small. The next time you find yourself agitated by an external event, a delay, a criticism, an unexpected change, pause and ask, is this within my control? If not, let it go. Focus instead on your response. Can you act with calm, reason, and purpose? Over time, this habit of distinguishing controllables from uncontrollables builds inner peace and resilience. This doesn't mean adopting a passive attitude toward life. On the contrary, Stoicism calls for active engagement with what we can influence. It's about channeling our energy into meaningful actions and letting go of futile struggles. By focusing on our sphere of control, we become more effective, more centered, and less burdened by the chaos around us. Now, let's reflect. Are you ready to take control of your inner world? To stop being pulled in every direction by forces you cannot command? If this resonates with you, take a moment to share your thoughts in the comments below. What's one thing you'll commit to focusing on, starting today? And if this insight has sparked a shift in your perspective, don't forget to like this video. It's a small act, but it helps us grow this community of resilient minds. In the next part, we'll delve deeper into adaptability, exploring how the Stoics taught us to navigate the ever-changing currents of life. Stay tuned. There's much more to discover on this journey. 3. Adapting to change with resilience. Change is the only constant in life. This truth, though simple, often feels like a heavy burden. We resist change, clinging to the familiar, hoping that the good times will last forever and the hardships will never come. Yet, the Stoics saw change not as a threat, but as a natural part of existence, something to be embraced and even celebrated. Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor and one of Stoicism's greatest voices, wrote, "Observe constantly that all things take place by change, and accustom yourself to the thought that the nature of the universe loves nothing so much as to change the things that are." This perspective shifts our focus. Change is not an enemy, but a force that propels life forward. Why do we fear change? Often it's because it disrupts our plans and expectations. We lose control over the narrative we've constructed about how life should be. But as we've learned, the Stoic way is to focus on what we can control, our response to change. Instead of resisting the inevitable, we can adapt and find meaning in every transition. Adaptability requires two key practices: presence and perspective. First, staying present means engaging fully with the current moment, rather than dwelling on a past that can't be altered or a future that hasn't yet arrived. When life shifts suddenly, the Stoic mind doesn't get lost in what could have been. It asks, what can I do right now? This focus on the present enables us to act effectively, no matter the circumstances. Second, perspective allows us to see change as an opportunity for growth. Every shift, even the painful ones, carries lessons. A career setback might teach us humility and perseverance. A sudden loss might deepen our appreciation for the people and moments we still have. Change, when viewed through the lens of Stoicism, becomes a teacher guiding us toward greater wisdom and strength. Resilience in the face of change also involves preparation. The Stoics practiced a technique known as premeditatio malorum, the premeditation of evils. By visualizing potential challenges and setbacks, they mentally prepared themselves for life's uncertainties. This wasn't an exercise in pessimism, but in readiness. When change inevitably came, they were not caught off guard, but met it with calm and resolve. Consider the image Marcus Aurelius offers, a rocky promontory against which the waves crash, standing firm while the sea's turmoil swirls around it. This is the ideal of Stoic resilience, not to resist the waves, but to remain steadfast, allowing the storm to pass while maintaining inner stability. Life is a series of seasons, each bringing its own trials and triumphs. Adapting to these shifts with grace and resilience is the mark of a strong and virtuous mind. As we move forward, let us explore how self-awareness and vision play a crucial role in guiding us through life's ever-changing currents. 4. Developing self-awareness and long-term vision. To navigate life's complexities with wisdom and purpose, one must cultivate self-awareness and a clear long-term vision. Without these guiding principles, we risk being tossed about by external events, lost in the expectations of others, or driven by fleeting desires. The Stoics understood that a meaningful life begins with introspection and a deliberate examination of one's path. Self-awareness is the foundation of Stoicism. It calls us to reflect on our thoughts, actions, and motivations, asking, why do I think this way? Why did I act as I did? Through this process, we uncover the values and beliefs that shape our decisions. Are they truly our own, or have they been imposed upon us by society, family, or peers? The Stoics urge us to align our lives with our inner truth, not with external pressures. To cultivate self-awareness, consider adopting the practice of daily reflection. At the end of each day, replay the events in your mind, not to dwell on them, but to learn. What went well? Where did you fall short of your ideals? What lessons can you carry forward? This simple yet profound exercise, often called the evening review, helps to cement your commitment to continuous growth and ethical living. Once self-awareness is established, the next step is to develop a long-term vision. What kind of person do you aspire to become? What values do you wish to embody? What legacy do you want to leave behind? These are the questions that shape a life of purpose. The Stoics remind us that without a clear vision, we risk drifting aimlessly at the mercy of life's whims. A long-term vision is not a rigid plan, but a guiding star. It provides direction while allowing for adaptability. Life is unpredictable, and circumstances will inevitably change, but your vision should remain rooted in your core values. Whether your goal is to foster wisdom, contribute to your community, or simply live with integrity, this vision will anchor you amidst life's uncertainties. However, developing a vision is not merely about personal ambition. The Stoics emphasize that our individual pursuits must also consider the greater good. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "What is not good for the beehive cannot be good for the bee." In other words, our vision should not only fulfill us, but also benefit those around us. A life of true purpose intertwines personal growth with communal contribution. As you reflect on your vision, take time to anticipate challenges. The Stoics advocate for realistic optimism, acknowledging that setbacks and obstacles are inevitable, but viewing them as opportunities to strengthen your resolve. By preparing mentally for difficulties, you bolster your resilience and maintain focus on your ultimate goals. Self-awareness and vision are not static achievements, but ongoing practices. They require regular reflection, recalibration, and a willingness to adapt as life unfolds. Together, they form the compass that guides you toward a life of virtue and fulfillment. Next, we'll explore how to transform adversity into a powerful catalyst for growth, turning even life's harshest trials into opportunities for profound development. 5. Utilizing adversity for personal and communal growth. Adversity is an inevitable companion on life's journey. It arrives unbidden, testing our strength and resolve. Yet, within every struggle lies a hidden opportunity, an invitation to grow. The Stoics embraced hardship not with resentment, but with curiosity and determination, asking, "What can I learn from this? How can this experience shape me into a better person?" The power of adversity lies in its ability to reveal our true character. In moments of ease, it's simple to maintain composure and uphold our virtues. But when life throws its hardest blows, our inner strength is truly tested. Will we crumble under pressure, or will we rise, fortified by the challenge? Take a moment to reflect. Think about a time when you faced a significant obstacle. How did you respond? Did it push you to the brink, or did it ignite a deeper sense of resilience? The Stoics teach us that adversity is like a forge. Its heat and pressure shape us, refining our virtues and stripping away the unnecessary. Consider the story of a tree growing in a windy environment. Its constant exposure to strong gusts forces it to grow deeper roots, anchoring it firmly to the ground. In the same way, life's challenges root us more firmly in our values, strengthening our capacity for wisdom, courage, and perseverance. But Stoicism does not advocate enduring hardship passively. It calls for active engagement. When faced with adversity, ask yourself, how can I use this situation to improve not only myself, but also those around me? Perhaps your struggle can inspire others or offer valuable lessons to your community. Adversity, when utilized well, becomes a source of collective strength and growth. Moreover, the Stoics encourage us to maintain a level of detachment from external outcomes. This doesn't mean becoming indifferent or cold, but rather refusing to let external conditions dictate our internal peace. As Marcus Aurelius reminds us, we should be like the rocky promontory against which the waves continually crash, yet it stands unshaken, redirecting the sea's fury. Through reflective practices such as journaling or meditation, you can transform your struggles into stepping stones. By revisiting difficult moments, you extract wisdom and prepare for future challenges. This habit not only builds resilience, but also fosters a deeper sense of gratitude for the growth that adversity brings. Now, I'd like to hear from you. Have you ever faced a challenge that, in hindsight, became a pivotal moment of growth? Share your experience in the comments below. Your story could inspire others in this community who are navigating their own trials. And if this insight resonates with you, take a moment to like this video. It helps more people discover the power of Stoicism and turn their struggles into strengths. In the next section, we'll explore how Stoic principles can guide us in leading by example, inspiring others through our actions and integrity. Stay with me, there's more wisdom to uncover. 6. Leadership through virtue and influence. Leadership is not about commanding others or wielding authority. It's about setting an example that inspires and uplifts. True leadership, according to Stoicism, begins with self-mastery. Only by governing your own actions and emotions can you guide others with wisdom and integrity. The Stoics held that leadership is rooted in virtue. Marcus Aurelius, himself a ruler, constantly reminded himself to lead not for personal gain, but for the betterment of his people. He understood that his power was not in his title, but in his ability to live by the principles of courage, justice, and humility. This philosophy of leadership remains as relevant today as it was in ancient Rome. What makes a virtuous leader? First, they possess the courage to make difficult decisions, even when those choices are unpopular. They act not out of fear or a desire for approval, but out of a commitment to the common good. Second, they practice justice, ensuring their actions are fair and considerate of all stakeholders. Lastly, they embody humility, recognizing that leadership is a role of service, not self-promotion. Leadership through Stoicism also emphasizes adaptability. Life, as we've explored, is in constant flux. A Stoic leader remains steady amid change, providing clarity and calm in uncertain times. They do not seek to control every outcome, but focus on what they can influence, guiding their team or community through thoughtful, deliberate action. Communication is another cornerstone of Stoic leadership. A leader's words should be clear, honest, and purposeful. They listen deeply, seek to understand differing perspectives, and respond with empathy and reason. This approach builds trust, fostering an environment where open dialogue and mutual respect thrive. Importantly, Stoic leadership extends beyond formal roles. Whether in a professional setting, within a family, or among friends, every individual has the potential to lead by example. By living virtuously, you naturally influence those around you, encouraging them to rise to their own potential. The Stoics also understood the value of reflection in leadership. Regular self-assessment helps leaders stay aligned with their values, ensuring that their actions remain purposeful and ethical. By continually seeking wisdom and learning from their experiences, they cultivate the qualities that make them effective and inspiring. Ultimately, Stoic leadership is about contributing to the well-being of others. It's about creating a positive impact, not through control or dominance, but through the quiet power of example. As we transition to the final section, we'll explore how this commitment to service and ethical living contributes to a life of lasting fulfillment. 7. The role of reflection in continuous growth. Reflection is the cornerstone of personal development in Stoicism. Without it, we risk drifting through life without understanding the deeper significance of our actions and experiences. The Stoics viewed life as a continuous journey toward virtue, and regular self-examination was essential for staying on course. At the heart of Stoic reflection is the practice of the evening review. Each day presents opportunities to learn, grow, and correct our course. Before resting, the Stoics would replay the day's events in their minds, asking, "What did I do well today? Where did I fall short? What lessons can I carry into tomorrow?" This habit of daily reflection fosters mindfulness and ensures we remain vigilant in our pursuit of virtue. Reflection also helps us confront our emotional responses. When did anger cloud our judgment? When did fear hold us back? By examining these moments without judgment, we gain insight into our emotional triggers and learn how to respond more thoughtfully in the future. This practice doesn't aim to suppress emotions, but to channel them constructively, aligning our actions with our values. Moreover, reflection encourages gratitude. The Stoics remind us that life's fleeting nature makes every moment precious. By reflecting on the day's events, we cultivate appreciation for the small victories, the lessons learned, and the people who enrich our lives. This sense of gratitude deepens our connection to the present and strengthens our resolve to live purposefully. Reflection also extends beyond personal growth to consider our impact on others. How have our actions contributed to the well-being of those around us? Have we acted with kindness and fairness? By regularly assessing our influence on others, we align ourselves with the Stoic principle of communal harmony, ensuring our journey toward virtue benefits not just ourselves, but also our community. The ultimate goal of Stoic reflection is not perfection, but progress. Each day offers a chance to refine our character, deepen our understanding, and move closer to the ideal of a life well lived. The journey is ongoing, and every step forward, no matter how small, is a victory. As you continue to explore Stoicism, remember that growth is a lifelong process. Through reflection, we remain active participants in our own development, shaping our lives with intention and integrity. Let us embrace this journey, knowing that each moment of introspection brings us closer to the virtues we seek to embody. Stoicism teaches us that life's challenges are not burdens to be avoided, but opportunities to strengthen our character. By embracing adversity, focusing on what we can control, adapting to change, cultivating self-awareness, leading with integrity, and practicing reflection, we build a mindset that can withstand any storm. Now, it's your turn. Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. What lessons have life's challenges taught you? If you found value in this exploration of Stoicism, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Together, we can continue this journey of growth, resilience, and virtue. Thank you for watching, and may you find strength and wisdom in every step of your path.